Hello again from Scouse Farm. Little treat today. Well, it'll be a treat for me anyway. You can see the tiny blueberries on the distressed blueberry bush, as I will probably call it. You can see how small they are in comparison to my finger, but they still formed even though there's hardly any leaf on this bush, and it didn't take very well. There's quite a few there that can be pulled off and munched. I'll just give it a little taste. Definitely ready, fully blue. They taste fine, perfectly lovely. So even though it's not a very good harvest, there's still enough there to get a good handful. But the next bush has been absolutely incredible this year. Look at these, all different stages of ripening. The ones at the top there, they're ready to go, so I'll be picking them shortly. And lovely cluster hanging down there. And the reason I'm going to have to pick them now, the ripe ones, is because this morning you can see there's quite a few like trailing the ground, and the ones that were blue down here, a blackbird was just literally having a field day, was picking them off, flicking them up into the air and like gulping them down in one. So I'm going to have to start harvesting these to make sure that I at least get some. So we'll get straight into it and look for something. That's a good one. And this bush, they're more like they have a little dusty film around the outside of them, but you can wipe it and then it's more purpley underneath, as you can see there. But these are the best tasting ones I've got in the garden off this bush. They are absolutely gorgeous. They've got a little the sweetness, and then there's a little tang, like a bit like when you have sherbet in the back of your throat. And it, oh, little bird trying to get in. Magpie, you can stay away. But yeah, it's got like a little aftertaste, like a little sharp taste at the end. It makes it taste really natural. But look at these, they're gorgeous. Blink. Some of them, if they're not completely blue, it doesn't matter, because blueberries do ripen when you take them off the plant. So if you leave them in this case, in this little bowl, they'll just ripen naturally because they've got other fruit around them that is ripe. And obviously with a little bit of time, and if they're in the sun, they'll just naturally start developing more sugars inside themselves and become ripe. But the fact that you can keep coming out and getting a few, oh, I'll drop that one, leave that one for the birds, is great, because you can harvest them for about 2 months. They just keep regenerating, and you'll come out and see a few more and go, oh, I didn't notice them, they're ready to go, etc, etc. But there's loads on here. I'm made up with them. Shame you can't taste them, but that just gives you a little idea. And what I'll do now, I'll take you over to the one that I left in a container, which is over here, and I'll see if there's any left on this that haven't been attacked. I had to move it on the gravel because the birds have got nothing to step on. I even had that pot close to this, so it was just in this area, and one of the birds landed on there and was just picking them off the side. So now I know they're definitely happy with blueberries. I'm gonna have to keep it well guarded. But look at this, they're the biggest ones on this. That is fantastic. I'll plink it off. I think that's the last one, actually, the last big one anyway. But look at the size of that. That's a great blueberry from a container. Super dark, absolutely gorgeous. I think there's one more around here that might be ready to go. Yep, another large one. That is phenomenal too, so I'll have him. Bink. And this one here, I'll just eat that one now, see what that's like. Not quite ready, that one, but oh, it's lovely. I mean, look at them, look at the size of that one. Fantastic. But last year I had an absolute load on here, but I've pruned it too much by the look of it. So I'm just going to pot that up. For those who haven't watched previous videos, I'm going to pot that from there into one of the larger pots, and we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to prune it this year. I'm just going to tidy it up a little bit on the edges, and then let anything stay which comes up through the center in that pot. Oh, that is lovely. And I think I've also got a few strawberries left, and the good thing about container strawberries, or any really, they put new flowers out, which means you're going to get more strawberries later on in the season. And I think even in October I was getting some strawberries last year, so some of them are nearly ready, or are ready. I'll be picking them. And there's one hanging off the side. Say hello to the bee. The bee is on the Eryngium sea holly. It's a dwarf variety of Eryngium. It's called sea holly. And something's been in there, as you can see, a slug. So there's the snail trail. It's been up the side, done a little obstacle course, and it's munched a hole there. So wood lice and anything else can get in there now. I'll just check and make sure he's not in there, but I'll still eat it anyway. So I'll eat that. Let's have a look. Bit of cat hair on there as well. Can't be too bad for you. Oh, it's still lovely. So there you go, people. Blueberry harvest in the UK. Not really much of a bush size wise, but look at the amount we're going to get off of it. So get yourselves grown blueberries. If you can't put them in the ground, put them in containers with ericaceous compost, and have yourselves a gorgeous harvest from here forward. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done already. And Scouse Farm, we'll see you again soon.